Ghadamès, an ancient city located in Libya, North Africa. In this upcoming episode, we're going to learn a little bit about its history and see some beautiful pictures of the city. For a period of time, I lived and worked in Libya, North Africa. That was still when Muammar Gaddafi was in charge and prior to the civil unrest. While I was living and working there, this gave me an opportunity to go explore many of the ancient cities and the beautiful ruins throughout the country of Libya. The route that I took to get there was starting off in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I live, and fly non-stop to London. Usually stay an evening in London or overnight, and then begin my travel again from London down to Tripoli. And then that was my home base, but sometimes I would continue on to Ghadamès, either by driving or flying. The whole adventure would take about 2 full days. That's from the time I left Las Vegas to arriving in Tripoli. And then when we scheduled the trip down to Ghadamès, it would be, if we drove, somewhere about a 7-hour drive through some beautiful and ancient country. Ghadamès is also known as the Pearl of the Desert, as it stands out in an oasis and is one of the oldest pre-Saharan cities. It is an example of a traditional settlement and people's ability to adapt to the harsh environments. Houses in Ghadamès combine form and function. They are made of lime, mud, and palm tree trunks to protect their inhabitants against the desert's wind and heat while granting comfort to the household. There are usually 2 stories, and each of the floors function in a separate way. The ground floor is mainly for storing supplies like food and furniture. The other floor is for the family, also used as a meeting place for men and children. There are also impressive dwellings above the stories that are reserved for women, which grants privacy and movement for them via the terraces. The interiors of the houses are uniquely painted with intricate Berber designs, using red paint on white walls, and decorated with hanging ornaments, giving the rooms a vibrant and fascinating atmosphere, which makes Ghadamès truly unique. The traditional Berber designs used include the triangle, the diamond, the sun, the moon, the palm, the eye, the hand, and the Tauric cross. The objects used to decorate the rooms include mirrors, ornaments made of palm straw, such as food covers, brass and copper and Berber carpets, rugs, and cushions. Another thing that was very unique to Ghadamès was the way they treated the common areas, those areas that were long hallways and streets, I guess, if you will, not necessarily traffic streets, but places where people could gather outside of their homes and still be protected from the heat out of the Sahara. It was quite fascinating, and it was very, very effective, and most of the time it was very nice and cool and comfortable, even during the super hot days. We were very fortunate when we went down to Ghadamès because we were actually working there. So we got to go visit the old city without many tourists at all. This is just a few photos of the coffee shop that was there,
and also there's a photo here of one of the traditional boot makers. Directly outside the protective walls of the old city of Ghadamès was this ancient cemetery site. Throughout its history, the city was occupied by many civilizations, such as the Romans. Because of its location, Ghadamès also played an important role in the trans-Saharan trade, and it came across many different cultures, but maintained their own traditions. Ghadamès is on the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. In July of 2016, the World Heritage Committee placed 5 sites in Libya on the list of World Heritage Sites in danger because of the damage caused by the conflict affecting the country and the threat of further damage it poses. This list is designed to form the international community of conditions which threaten the very characteristics for which the properties were inscribed on the World Heritage List and rally the support of the international community for their protection. This ancient heart of the oasis, somewhere between 2,000 and 4,000 years old, was once one of the great centers of the Saharan trade. African caravans with precious stones, ivory, ostrich feathers, gold, silver, and horses came north. Southbound traders carried exotic luxuries from Europe, pearls from Paris, fine linens from Marseille, Venetian glass and paper. These next series of photos are just random photos walking around the site. I was so intrigued by the ancient history of this place. So sit back and enjoy. I thought I'd also share some of the nearby places we visited when we were down in Ghadamès. Some of the fantastic springs that were nearby, some of the sand dunes that were nearby. Even a tea house in the middle of the desert open to the public. So we went inside and enjoyed some tea. We did some exploration nearby. We went to some springs that were out in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the desert. Totally unexpected to see water. I thought I'd share some of the construction projects we were working on when we were in the country of Libya. This is a big independent or self-sustained or self-contained housing project that was done nearby Ghadamès, intended to be residences for the locals. When we came down to Ghadamès, because it was so far away from our home base in Tripoli, we'd have to stay the night in this wonderful hotel resort located nearby Ghadamès. It was one of our favorite places by far to stay. Very well kept, very open, very spacious. Great place.